Welcome to Adeptus Lorecast, where the grim darkness of the far future comes alive through tales of heroism, tragedy, and relentless war. We delve into the story of the Lamenters, a chapter of the Adeptus Astartes whose legacy is marked by both their unwavering courage and an unending streak of misfortune. The Lamenters are a chapter born during the ill-fated 21st founding, also known as the Cursed Founding. Created with the intention of improving upon the genetic flaws of earlier chapters, the experiment resulted in unforeseen consequences for many of the new chapters. The Lamenters were no exception. They are a successor chapter of the Blood Angels, and while their progenitors are plagued by the Red Thirst and the Black Rage, the Lamenters were thought to be free of these genetic curses. However, this came at a terrible cost. In their quest to eliminate the flaws of the Blood Angels' gene seed, the Adeptus Mechanicus inadvertently cursed the Lamenters with something even more insidious, a fate of eternal misfortune. This doom, whether a result of flawed genetic manipulation or some malignant force of chaos, would haunt the chapter throughout its existence. Despite their cursed fate, the Lamenters are among the most selfless and noble of all Space Marine chapters. They uphold their duty to protect humanity with a fervor that borders on martyrdom. Unlike many chapters that see the Imperium citizens as expendable resources, the Lamenters actively strive to shield the innocent from the horrors of war. They are known to fight to the last man to defend human lives, even when it means sacrificing themselves. One such example of their heroism occurred during the Badab War, initially siding with the Astral Claws due to a sense of duty to their allies. The Lamenters later realized the Astral Claws' corruption and turned against them. This act of loyalty to the Emperor's ideals, however, came at a tremendous cost. The chapter was nearly annihilated, with only a handful of their number surviving the grueling conflict. Yet, even in the aftermath of this devastating war, the Lamenters sought no glory or reward, only redemption for their perceived failures. The curse of the Lamenters manifests in countless ways, both subtle and catastrophic. Their fleets are plagued by mechanical failures and warp storms. Their campaigns are riddled with betrayals, ambushes, and overwhelming odds. And yet the Lamenters endure. This resilience is perhaps their greatest strength. They refuse to succumb to despair, no matter how dire the situation. One of the most infamous examples of their misfortune was their participation in the Shield of Baal campaign. The Lamenters were tasked with defending the Cryptus system from a Tyranid invasion. True to their nature, they fought valiantly against impossible odds, holding the line against the Xenos tide to protect the fleeing civilian population. But as is so often the case with the Lamenters, their valor went unrecognized. By the end of the campaign, the chapter was reduced to a shadow of its former self, their sacrifice overshadowed by the larger events of the war. The Lamenters' tragic history is a stark reminder of the grim realities of the Warhammer 40K universe. They embody the very essence of the Imperium's motto, that the survival of humanity is bought with the blood of heroes. Yet, their story also carries a glimmer of hope. Despite their cursed existence, the Lamenters continue to fight, not for glory or power, but for the lives of those who cannot defend themselves. They are a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, even when burdened by the heaviest of fates. Their armor, painted in a striking yellow with a checkered shoulder pad and a bleeding heart insignia, is a visual metaphor for their existence. The bright yellow reflects their unyielding hope and determination, while the bleeding heart symbolizes their eternal suffering. The Lamenters are a chapter unlike any other. Their story is not one of triumph and conquest, but of sacrifice and endurance. They are the unsung heroes of the Imperium, fighting battles that few will remember, but that humanity will always benefit from. So the next time you hear tales of mighty warriors in the grim darkness of the far future, spare a thought for the Lamenters, whose courage shines brightest in the face of unending despair. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into the tragic history of the Lamenters. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more tales from the Warhammer 40K universe. Until next time, stay vigilant, and may the Emperor protect.